the other side of me. For a few seconds I couldn't speak. Not because I didn't want to, but because something inside me recognized her. Not like you recognize a stranger. Not even like you recognize family. It was deeper than that. Like seeing a memory you forgot you had. The train around us was still frozen. A drop of rain hung in the air outside the window, suspended like glass. No sound, no movement. Just me. And her. "Say something," Lena said softly, tilting her head. Her voice wasn't unfamiliar. That was the worst part. It sounded like something I had heard before. In dreams, in echoes, in the quiet spaces between thoughts. I know you," I said, even though it didn't make sense. Her smile widened slightly. "Of course you do." My chest tightened. "Then why do I feel like I'm losing my mind?" She stepped closer. And with every step, something strange happened. The air grew heavier. Like reality itself was bending around her. "You're not losing your mind," she said. "You're remembering it." Remembering. The word hit harder than it should have. Because I had spent years trying to understand what was wrong with me. Why I felt out of place. Why nothing ever felt fully real. "Remembering what?" I asked. For the first time, Lena's expression changed. Not fear. Not sadness. Something complicated. Your other life. The world didn't shatter. There was no dramatic sound. No sudden realization. Just a quiet, creeping silence in my chest. "That doesn't make sense," I said quickly. "I've only lived one life." Lena didn't argue. She just looked at me like she had heard that sentence 100 times before. "That's what you were supposed to believe," she said. Something in me snapped. Not loudly, but enough. "Stop talking like that," I said, my voice sharper now. "If you know something, just say it clearly." For a moment, she didn't respond. Then she sighed. And when she spoke again, her voice was softer. Almost careful. "Okay," she said. "Then I'll show you." Before I could react, she reached out. Her fingers wrapped around my wrist. The second she touched me, everything broke. Not like glass. Not like something falling apart. More like layers being peeled back all at once. The train disappeared. The frozen world vanished. And suddenly, I was somewhere else. I was standing in a room I had never seen before. But my body knew it. The walls were a pale blue. There was a desk near the window covered in books. A jacket hanging on the chair. A small crack in the ceiling just above the light. My breath caught. "I've been here." "No," Lena's voice echoed beside me. "You've lived here." I turned slowly. She was standing next to me again. But something was different now. She wasn't watching me. She was watching the room. And then, someone walked in. A girl. Laughing softly, holding her phone. Her hair slightly messy. Her expression relaxed. Alive in a way I had never felt. I froze. Because it was me. Not look-alike me. Not similar me. It was exactly me. But not me. "She's happier," I whispered without meaning to. Lena glanced at me. "You noticed." The girl, the other me, sat on the bed, scrolling through her phone, smiling at something. There was no heaviness in her shoulders. No distant look in her eyes. "She belongs here," I said quietly. Lena didn't answer. A few seconds passed. Then the room shifted again. Another place. Another version. This time, a darker room. Messier. The air felt heavier. And again, there I was. But this version of me looked tired. Exhausted. Like she hadn't slept in days. "She doesn't belong either," I said immediately. "Exactly," Lena said. The scenes kept changing. Again and again. Different rooms. Different lives. Different versions of me. Some were happy. Some were broken. Some were empty. And every time, I felt it. Like I had lived every single one. "Stop," I said suddenly. My head was spinning. My chest felt too tight. Everything froze again. We were back in the train. The rain still suspended outside. The silence still pressing in. I pulled my arm away from her. Hard. What is this? I demanded. What am I seeing? Lena looked at me. Really looked at me this time. Like she was deciding something. You're not one person, she said. The words landed slowly. You're multiple, she continued. Different versions of you exist in different lives. No, I said immediately. That's not possible. It is, she said calmly. You've just never been able to remember before. Before, I echoed. And that's when her expression shifted again. You weren't supposed to remember this time either. A cold feeling spread through me. What does that mean? She hesitated. Just for a second. And that second told me everything. There's something you're not telling me, I said quietly. Lena didn't deny it. Instead, she stepped closer again. Her voice lower now. Serious. In every version of your life, she said, there's a moment. What moment? The moment you're supposed to disappear. My heart stopped. What? You've died before, she said. Not once, not twice. Her eyes locked onto mine. But this is the first time. She paused. You stayed long enough to notice. The silence that followed felt louder than anything. And for the first time, I wasn't confused. I wasn't overwhelmed. I was afraid. Why do I disappear? I asked. My voice barely above a whisper. Lena didn't answer right away. Because somewhere, deep down, I think she knew that once she said it, there would be no going back.